Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Sussex Talk Tuesday. I'm VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are doing well for what this will be a quick chat. Um, in that, we're all here to celebrate together, as is, I'm sure, every content creator in the Sussex hallway is probably going live over the next couple of hours. So makes for fun times for the squatties, busy time for everybody. And I'm just grateful to see you all. Bella is saying hello. Kuja, she's saying hello to all of you. Let me put this because I haven't done this in so long. Here we go. I'll put my banner going. Um, Let me do my disclaimer and we can get right into it. Woo.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
So this morning, wonderful news. We've known that it was going to go live today. And of course, if you're on Instagram, you have your notifications set. You saw where Megan posted to alert everyone. Being an entrepreneur can start young. By the way, all these years later, and I'm still selling cookies. And it's so cute because she provided a picture of herself as a Girl Scout, well, a brownie, because I think brownies wore the brown, but she was in that. I was a Girl Scout and Brownie once. And so, yes, we sold those cookies. And it was just sweet to see her sharing a little bit of hers. So she says, tune in for the premiere episode of Confessions of a Female Founder featuring my dear friend. It's Whitney Wolf Hurd, and she is the creator or founder of Bumble. And it was a very interesting story. You can listen to it on Lemonada Media, as well as if you are um, on Apple, you can rate it there. Spotify, you know how squatties feel about Spotify, but you can find it there, and then Amazon Music. I listen to it directly on from Lemonada Media because I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not going to get Apple Music, but nevertheless, so yeah, she shared this picture as well as her little picture when she was younger. So on the Lemonada site, you see it was like on the first page as soon as you opened up the website, which I pinned the link in case anybody needed it. And you see the highlights, and this is the web version. I mean, the cell version. Like if you're on your cell phone, this is what you would see, and pretty cool. You just click and you get in there, and then you listen to, Confessions of a Female Founder. And it was quite impactful. So, the first episode, The Evolution of an Entrepreneur, and she says with Bumble's Whitney Wolf Hurd. So, it was a very interesting story. I'm telling you, just like with archetypes, you learn a lot about each of the guests. I'm just gonna put that out there. As well as Megan drops nuggets about her, whether it's a situation or something that happened in her, you know, as she was growing up, etc. So with this, she's very good friends with the Bumble founder. It was funny how they described how they first they met and how young Archie was, and that he's into, the cowboys, as far as that was the costumes that they had on and when they came. And just listening to that was very interesting. Her true evolution from um, having started with and being at Tender and having to sue them, and then she went out on her own, took time. It was just incredible, and just I loved how she told Megan how she felt when she was, I believe she said it was Ireland, walking through the airport and then seeing like every cover of every paper was Megan, and each one had a different type of headline, and it just she was overwhelmed, so she can only imagine. But you know, Whitney was saying how she read the articles on herself, and Megan was like, "You read them? Like all of that?" Like, we would only hope that Megan didn't read even a percent of the crap that was out there and still is out there about her. But um, Megan has wonderful people in her life that she's able to bounce either ideas or thoughts, etc., off of, and we all need that. Um, their lives have evolved. They're on similar paths, with husbands, children, and being business women, entrepreneurs. So I found it very fascinating. Megan's voice is very soothing. So um, I enjoyed it thoroughly and just wanted to get on, talk to you all. Hopefully, you all have had a chance to listen to it. I'm just going to jump into the comments quickly. Let me know your thoughts. Now, the one thing that made me clutch my invisible pearls was when Megan shared about the preeclampsia. And anybody that knows, that is a very serious condition when pregnant. I, of course, started to rage because knowing the stress she was under and the bullshit that was going on. with the media at the time. Yeah, could have been bad type of situation all the way around. When you look at not just Archie, but Lilibet, their blessings, truly blessings, because there was a lot of forces trying to, otherwise. So, Rosanna, hello to you. Rosa, hello to you. Karen, Mrs. S, my boss, hello. Hopefully you're in the clouds or you've come back into the chat because y'all were here before the live stream started. Church Nelly, Mama, hope you are doing well and good to see you in the chat. Carol, how are you? Lorna, I've seen you around. We've been in different hallways. Compton Cali, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Navi, good to see you. Hey, Kevin, Tuber Chat, good to see you. Thank you for sharing out and for dropping a comment in the chat. Oh, and for everybody, please be sure you hit the thumbs up. Hey, Annie B, how are you? Sharon S, oh, how are you? Mina, Little Mac, how you doing? How you doing? Let me see. I know you're busy moderating to chat. Listen, you can do it all. You can do it all. Hey, Lauren, how are you? I hope you were well. Let me see. Oh, you were? Yeah, that was. I don't think I even asked to be a brownie. I think it was a choice made by my mom at the time. You know, first generation of probably not dealing with all the crazy s- racist stuff that she dealt with, and yeah, she wouldn't have been able to be a brownie if she had wanted to. So let me see. Mina is saying I listened to it on Lemonada as well. Yeah, it gives it a listen. I mean, not being able to rate it there, okay, but I know there will be plenty of squatties out weighing the crazies that are going to listen and do all their craziness that they do. Hey, 1998 champions, how are you? Sneaking in from work. Shh. Yeah, you know, me too, in a sense. But anyway, that's another story. Hey, Grace, how are you? You said for people to believe she was faking is unbelievable. Yeah, I already know the crazy headlines that we're going to see, hear, all that stuff. And yeah, I can't even entertain. I can't entertain. I want to truly enjoy and listen to it so many times over because each time is a little gem that's dropped. But I was listening so intently this morning, like, oh my goodness. So I'm glad it was an early drop for those of us so we can get it either on our way to work while we're sitting home drinking our tea, coffee, and morning brew, eating our breakfast. Hey Hazel, how you doing? Um, Lauren is saying I really enjoyed the episode. It was fascinating to hear about Whitney's journey as well as insight into Megan's business journey. Yes. Um, when we now see the box and even the box within the box, so the preserves that and honey and stuff that are even encased within a little um, you know keepsake box, you can see the thought that went into that. Each layer, each compartment, and I know it's kind of crazy. Like I watched a movie called The Intern, and the founder of that clothing company that was like an online shopping company, and she would go to she would order every once in a while just to receive a package to see is it up to standard, et cetera. Have they done the wrapping paper? What does it look like when the person receives? So she would then go to the warehouse and provide feedback to the team that was packaging the item. So I can see Megan doing the same, like all the thought that goes into the process. We order and we're just excited to get, but to know all the thought process behind it before it even got to this point. 1998 is saying, where can I find the podcast? I don't have Apple or Amazon. So there's a link that's posted at the top of the chat, and that is for Lemonada. I will grab and then post it in here anyway, just to make it easier for you. And it'll take you right to the site where you can listen to it online. Yeah, because that was me and a couple of others. So let me see. Church and Ellie, always take Girl Scout cookies to the hospital and gym. Oh, is that where you can sell? My mother was like the champion for selling those cookies. Um, she had a very strong personality, but she was president of her local union. So yeah, my sales used to be very good. She would have like a trunk full and back seat of cookie orders that she would be delivering. Hey, Tier, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, John. Good to see you, John J. In case there's any other John that might have dropped in here. Let me see. Joyce, how you doing? Connie Palmer. How are you? Hey, Lady T. How you doing? Good conversation and advice. Yes. So for all you um, entrepreneurs to be or want to be, this really would be the series to listen to. Um, you would hopefully pick up some gems, and I'm grateful that she's even sharing it. So let's see. Oh, hello, Joyce A. How are you? How are you? Hi, Veronica. Um, make sure I'm not missing any comment. It's greetings. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. Okay. So I I don't know. I'm looking forward to I like that the podcast is one episode at a time and it wasn't, you know how Netflix does. I mean, I love that we can then watch and listen to 8 episodes, but just one a week, just yeah, that's just kind of satisfying in a sense to me because then it's not too overwhelming with everybody trying to listen and then, you know, dissect everything. Of course, we're all going to listen to it 5 million other times, but I was happy to see that it was just one and then not even hinting to next week. She did. She gave us a voice. I couldn't pick up on the voice, but I'm just looking forward to next week. Hi, Nini. How are you? Love the podcast. Yes. Frugally, how are you? Joyce V is saying, I was a Girl Scout leader and my trunk of the car was filled with Girl Scout cookies when it was selling time. Yeah. Now, getting the orders in and then, because as a Girl Scout leader, then you have to then, okay, who ordered what? Get it all divvied up and ready for when everybody came to pick up their orders. Yeah, God bless you for doing that. It's a lot. Excuse Kuja. She's patrolling and looking outside, and somebody must be in the cul-de-sac. Anyway, hey, Majesty Sussex Report. How are you? Good day to the wonderful VS Speak Squaddies. Oh, they're so sweet. Um, Let me see. Joyce A is saying, Megan is absolutely amazing. What a talented, beautiful Duchess who doesn't mumble. Oh, she got a little dig in there. Yes, yes. For those who are not channel members or have not heard yet, you may have heard on other platforms. Harry is in the UK. So, to all those that are, the beady that would try to come up with some fantastical story. Ha ha ha. He's in the UK for business. Yeah. Didn't realize it, and then he shows up at court. Ooh. Go Harry. Yes. And it's for security. So I think he was also someone mentioned about for a charity or something that was occurring. Yeah, they need to file papers. I'm just gonna say that with regard to Bali. Okay. Um, Joyce is saying, Joyce V. I also love the one. Yes. Just it's not a drip drip. It's just one a week. I got archetypes feel, but being that this content is going to be a little bit different and that it's going to be very focused on female founders. And we know that, Megan's supporting the females of the world. And once again, prove she does have friends. I have to be a little shady because the crazies do listen. Okay. Little Mac, how are you? Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And I just scrolled through some greetings, but Little Mac says, I love how the British media pretend that archetypes didn't exist, claiming the Confessions podcast is a rebranding. Yeah, because archetypes. I believe Archetypes is also on Lemonada, but it's also out on all the other streaming services, including that one that was having, their stock prices fell quite a bit the other, like I think it was last week. Oh well, so swell. They have that green emblem. Anyway, moving on. Let me come over here. So, Mina is saying, hoping and praying that Harry's court case goes well. Ditto. But it will limit him being being around. That's for sure. Hello, Luis. How are you? All right. So, anyone else find or did something jump out to you for those that have listened that really struck you that you were like, oh, wow. Let me see. Joyce say Petal got her jam and she loves it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't get anything, but I'm telling you, I'm ready for them to restock and send those emails. Oh, Majesty Sussex report. That's so sweet of you for the super sticker. Listen, y'all drop love. Y'all are channel members. That is love in itself. I'm just very grateful. I thank you very much for it. Let me just come over here and just make sure. Okay, yes. Um, where was I going? Oh, I was going here. Hold on one second. This is for you, and may the love that you dropped on me be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Here you go.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah.
Thank you so very, 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 very much, Lorna. Yeah, I think you left a comment on one of the posts, probably in the channel members area and I remember because now it's triggering me that because I remember saying, oh yeah, someone anyway. Lorna is saying the charity commission hearing is also at the same time that Harry is there for the court case, from what I understand. Yeah, brilliant. Bravo. Bravo. Get that. I'm going to be nice today. Get that individual out of there. Okay. Out of there. Okay. Um, and she chose, hopefully, whoever was whoever dropped that dangled that carrot in front of that person, that individual, which I'm not going to stick to too long. I do hope that they've given you a lifelong plan because you're going to need it. Yeah, you're going to need it. Mhm. Lady T, how are you? Let's see. That woman she was speaking with as a billionaire. Yes. Self-made. Yes. Um, so, and I mean, it's just kind of apropos that we were listening, those of us that listen to it on Lemonada, when you think about it, to take the lemons from the tender situation and making lemonade. Like she wallowed in everything, and then eventually, friends like, listen, this is what you need to do. And she, even in that, was like, no, no, I don't know, I don't know. But overcoming what people would say about her, or having that fear. I'm sure that Megan had the same. Um, yeah, no matter how much you have, it's awesome to know. Yeah. hmm we were listening to another future billionaire. Okay, Megan. For those that might be confused, what I was saying, 1998. Thanks, VS. I got that link. I don't want to listen to it through Spotify. They lost exactly. That's why when you know you hear in the preview, just you can rate it on Apple and all that. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't have an iPhone, so that's out the question. And I was like hoping that when I was listening to it as it started, that it wasn't going to be where they're like, you have to go to these one of these platforms. But then the podcast started. I was like, yes. So Tira saying Megan revealed her health crisis. That was very scary. Yeah, I had mentioned that at the start, just saying that was one of those. Even with archetypes, we learn little tidbits along the way, something that may have happened, like that fire in the nursery in South Africa when they were on that tour. hmm and then other little things. So during archetypes, it was the same thing. And yeah, this isn't a rebranding. It's two different. Rebranding is all of that content would have been changed over, but it's out there for perpetuity. Yes, forever and ever, forever, ever. Yes, as will all of the ones for Confessions of a Female Founder that I hope we get another. At least I'll say this time nobody kicked the bucket to try to stop her project. Okay, let me keep on moving because I feel the shade. I feel the shade. Mina says I'm shocked that Lemonada doesn't have an app. Is that people can download? Um, yeah, because I went to look there because I was like, at least I know on there I'll probably be able to rate it. And then I was like, oh, okay. But you know, as long as we have access to it on the site, I'm cool with it. So, and apps are a lot of money to have created, and then of course to maintain and all that stuff. So, Church Nelly, preeclampsia in pregnancy is no joke. It could kill mother and baby. Exactly. That's why after I clutched my invisible pearls, then the rage set in. Um, yeah, I'm thankful she has a platform that she uh, can share little tidbits of herself and not have to worry, you know, about them there because they're people gonna rant and rave and carry on and claim she's telling fibs and all that. They can just twirl, on a peg. Okay, Emma, how are you? Good to see you. Hello, Louise. How are you? Um, all right. I don't think I have missed anybody. Let me see. No, I haven't. Okay. So, any other tidbits anybody wants to share regarding that? Otherwise, like I said, this was going to be a short one just to cover, even with archetypes, I think they were quick chats, Tuesday chats. So I do love that they're on Tuesday. Thank you, Megan. You give me my Talk Tuesday content for Sussex. Okay. Hey, Joyce V, you're saying, as Tyler Perry said, there is a lot that Harry Meghan could have told. Megan, what is this? I don't know what that word is. Megan something just like the Hester in Archie's room, or the heater, I guess you're saying. Room in South Africa was another thing we found out. Yeah. Oh, her preeclampsia. I get you. Megan's preeclampsia is just like the heater in Archie's room in South Africa. Yeah. Both very scary. I'm really not surprised. I mean, it usually develops um, later in your term, like your like late term, as they call it, or in your last trimester. Hence, even scarier. And it's one thing that from what I've read and one or two family members, friends that have had it, that one day you're fine, the next second when you go to the doctor and they're like, okay, you're leaving here to go to emergency. It's not even a question, it's not even an answer. Um, Go to emergency, do not pass go, do not go home. And then the next thing you know, they're starting the process to get baby here if they don't have to, because usually C-section can kind of really be even more jeopardized at that point. So, all right, I see some new names coming in. Hey, Grace, how are you? Sylvia F, how you doing? Sonia, how you doing? Hey, Antoinette. All right. I'm gonna probably just leave it there. And where are we at? Just about a half hour. So, those of you that are just coming in, I know y'all be squad is split amongst all the content creators. So hopefully you'll give a listen, replay, thumbs up. I hope everybody will drop a comment even after the live stream ends, and definitely share out. I actually shared out the podcast on my personal um, short-lived Facebook page just to family friends because it's like, this is content that everybody can kind of all audiences and just let them in. They know how I feel about Megan, so they're just like, oh Lord, she's starting again. um Hey, Marshall, how are you? Let me see. You're saying, hey, Miss VS and Squad, I'm in the clouds. Uh-oh, with a tummy ache. I'm so happy Megan is providing pearls of wisdom through these phenomenal female founders and herself. She reveals her true self every time. Yes, she does. I pray that you feel a lot better. Marshall, that's no fun. Let me see. Rhonda's saying multitasking but listening to in. Hello, everybody. Pleasant surprise on a Tuesday. Oh, well. I said I would once the podcast, yeah, so I'm happy. I'm glad you're happy to see and be here and all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll get back into having more than one because we have the podcast to chat about and all that. So, um, but all right. So, let me see. I'm gonna put up Marshars. Just feel better, Marshard, to everyone. Also keep Lottie, her nephew. The last comment I saw that he was not doing any better. So, to all of you, hey, Sis Hilda, if you're listening from the clouds, um, to all of you who are in need of prayer and, for whatever the situation, Squad's got you. Um, so everyone take care of yourselves. Keep listening. If you have iPhones, be sure you are rating the podcast on Apple Music. Sonia saying, I'm having a problem with getting to podcasts to work. I've already paid on the site, but it is stuck in. Which site are you talking about? Because you don't have to pay on Lemonada's site. I didn't have to pay. I'm just thinking, yeah, I didn't have to pay. I'm just gonna put it here, Sonia. Just see if this link works for you, but I didn't have to pay for it. All right, let me look at the other comments that are coming in. Hi everybody joining. Let me see. Thank you everyone that came on to me suddenly. I just lay down and listen. Oh. uh, Antoinette VS, I was just listening to Meg's podcast, then Harry turning kick ass and cool. Oh, I can't wait to find. I have to go out and look for that. I have not, Little Mac, heard anything on Rafaela. Now, y'all are more in other content creator chats, so I'm not sure if you've heard anything there. Prayers for Rafaela. I mean, there's several squatties that we haven't seen in a while, and it's just very concerning. Yeah. Hey TT Carter, how are you? I always have to slow it down because I always want to. Anyway, Hi everyone, just happy to say hello to the squad. Thank you for the podcast. Thumbs up to everybody. Yes, I do too. Antoine, I have an Android. Um, Gracie, I did not pay for it. Yeah, I don't know what site you went through, but Sonia, I would say go to that. That takes you right to the Lemonada. I didn't I didn't pay. I don't know. What is going on? I don't. Okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe I signed up at something, but yeah, whatever. Um, Hold on a second. How did you avoid paying on Lemonada? Let me try again. The link works, no pay. Yeah, I was like, hold up, everybody. Where were y'all going? Okay. Whew, at least I solved one little problem. Okay. Yeah, definitely for the podcast. Maybe I'll put that link up for that comment up for everybody to see as I close out the podcast because I just want to be sure. It is pinned at the top of the chat, so um, it's also, I don't know if I provided it. I'll post it in the comments section also for everybody. So definitely go to that link out on Lemonada, and you will be able to listen to her podcast without having to pay. Okay, because that sounds like somebody's trying to get over. All right, anyway, hopefully you all are doing well, and we will talk soon. Um, oh, I have to go back up to the top, but I saw this tier the other day. It said 14.99. Must have been. Um, Let me see. Mina said, I think if you get premium membership, that's what you have to pay. Oh, see. Um, Me loves Megan, but I also know that she would been like, yeah, no. She knows how we are. We would pay it if we had to, but come on now. Anyway, take care, everybody. Chat with you Saturday, if not before, unless something massive happens. Exciting, massive. So Take care. Be well. Chat with you soon. Bye.